Asus Zenbook S13 OLED UX5304. This Zenbook is so thin, you might accidentally slip it between two slices of bread and call it a sandwich. But inside is an OLED display that makes your cat photos look artistic enough for a gallery. The battery keeps going well past the start of your workday, but the performance is more, hey, I can handle your spreadsheets, than let's edit the next Oscar winner. The keyboard and touchpad might not spark joy, but if you want a featherlight, eco-friendly Windows laptop that looks premium from above, this little Zenbook punches way above its weight class. 8 out of 10. Apple MacBook Air 13 M4. If you gave a laptop a spa day and unlimited energy drinks, you'd wake up to the M4 MacBook Air. It's lighter than your favorite paperback, dressed in a dreamy sky blue, and ready to marathon Netflix or write your next novel before needing a power nap. The new chip is so quick, you'll finish work and still have time to question your life choices on social media, all while the display performs a light show in your lap. Sure, Siri still thinks you asked for duck photos, but with this price drop, double memory, and pure just works vibes, Apple's latest Air is as close to a guilt-free tech splurge as it gets. 10 out of 10. HP Dragonfly G4 13.5. The Dragonfly G4 is basically the Swiss Army knife for business travelers. So light you'll forget it's in your bag, with a sturdy metal shell you could probably use to defend yourself in a meeting gone wrong. The keyboard is absurdly comfy, battery life is varsity level, and colors pop on its touchscreen like they're trying to impress you, but you'll lose a port every time you charge, which feels like the Dragonfly got a little hungry. If you're spending all day in spreadsheets and Zoom calls, this is your ticket to ultralight productivity, minus the fun of gaming or heavy lifting. 8 out of 10. HP Spectre X360. HP's Spectre X360 is like a shiny transformer for grown-ups. Flip it, fold it, pretend you're productive while binging cat videos on its bright display, because this thing just looks too good not to show off. The battery won't flake out on you even if you're pretending to work outdoors, and yes, it's got more style than a supercar in a neon parade, but be warned, the webcam may try to put you in witness protection, and the tiny touchpad could have your fingers feeling lost. It's stunning enough to stay in the spotlight, but just quirky enough to keep you humble. 8 out of 10. Apple MacBook Air 13 M4. This MacBook Air is so thin you might mistake it for your tax bill and accidentally shred it. But hold up, because with its new M4 chip, this little beast tackles everything from two-way gaming to late-night emails while keeping the battery cruising till your next existential crisis. The keyboard's still the best in the business. The new sky blue color looks like an Instagram filter for your desk, and you get double the memory for less money. Apple finally remembered how to price things. Just don't ask Siri for life advice. She's still working on herself. 10 out of 10. MSI Prestige 13 AI Plus. The Prestige 13 AI Plus is so lightweight, it might float off your lap if you sneeze, rocking a gorgeous OLED screen and battery life that could outlast your social obligations, plus hardware that's happy to help with your totally just work, never games workflow. But careful, the flexible chassis creaks like your granddad's rocking chair, and at its sticker price it might make your wallet cry little AI-enhanced tears. So buy it only if you like living on the literal cutting edge. 6 out of 10. Dell Latitude 5350. This Latitude struts onto the scene looking sleek in aluminum, promising to make your backpack feel lighter and your meetings more impressive than ever. But open it up and, surprise, the display is perfectly average with decent color, lots of ports, and battery life that's more don't forget your charger than all-day hero. Sure, it runs Windows and even has optional bells like a fingerprint scanner, but it's basically your uncle's reliable sedan. No thrills, just steady rides, unless you try gaming. Then things get very please lower your settings. 7 out of 10. Lenovo ThinkPad X13 Gen 5. The ThinkPad X13 Gen 5 is like a business-class ninja. Magnesium build, super light, and folds like a yoga master when you need it to go full tablet. The keyboard is so good you'll start typing emails just for fun, and battery life could probably outlast your willpower in a Monday meeting. But don't expect the screen to dazzle like movie night at home, because it's more practical than stunning. Bundle in plenty of ports and a secure fingerprint reader, and you have the laptop equivalent of a corporate Swiss Army knife. Just skip the heavy graphics work unless you love lukewarm performance. 8 out of 10. Lenovo 13W Yoga Gen 2. The 13W Yoga Gen 2 is clearly designed for students in crash test labs. The drop-resistant body laughs in the face of spilled coffee, and the Gorilla Glass display sneers at accidental backpack carnage. Specs are solid for everyday tasks. Stylus support makes doodling in class officially productive, and the battery will coast comfortably through a day of lectures without twitching. Sure, the 1610 screen is bright and crisp, but with a weight that's north of many competitors, you may want to skip arm day if you're carrying it everywhere. 7 out of 10. HP Pavilion Aero 13. You pick this thing up and immediately suspect HP filled it with helium. At less than a kilogram, it's light enough to threaten your self-confidence and maybe a passing breeze. The display punches out colors like it just discovered Photoshop, and despite its price, the keyboard feels so good you'll want to type up emails you never intend to send. Sure, it won't win any gaming marathons, and the SSD is more mediocre sprinter than Olympic champion, but for work, web, and travel, it's a backpack's best friend. 8 out of 10. Microsoft Surface Pro 11th Edition. The Surface Pro 11 is basically Microsoft's Flex, 120Hz OLED screen, a keyboard so comfy you'll start apologizing to your old one, and a battery that stubbornly refuses to quit before you do. It rockets through work chores and video calls like it's auditioning for a spot on your productivity dream team, though the AI features sometimes act more beta than brilliant. Price tag stretching your wallet? Maybe. But this device is the closest Windows has come to a real wow factor, especially if you crave style with actual substance. 9 out of 10. Dell XPS 13. Dell's XPS 13 looks like it's auditioning for a minimalist art exhibit. Slim, 2 measly ports, and no touchpad you can actually see. Performance and battery life are genuinely jaw-dropping, easily coasting past Apple's MacBook Air in a multi-core drag race, and lasting longer than your favorite TV binge. Keyboard might pack keys a little tight for sausage fingers, and if you miss function rows or want to play anything beyond solitaire, steer clear. But as a daily driver for workers and wanderers, absolute powerhouse hiding in plain sight. 8 out of 10. Asus ROG Flow X13. This little beast rolls out with gamer swagger, flipping from laptop to tablet faster than your mood changes when you lose Wi-Fi. The screen is sharp, colorful, and refreshes so quickly you'll question if time itself is speeding up. But good luck watching movies without headphones. The speakers sound like angry bees buzzing in a tin can. It's amazingly light and portable, but the battery life drops harder than my motivation on a Monday. So kiss those long unplugged sessions goodbye. 7 out of 10. Framework Laptop 13. You can upgrade, repair, and swap ports on this nerdy heartthrob as much as your indecisive college roommate swaps majors, and the super bright display means people at coffee shops will see your bad spreadsheet formulas in dazzling clarity. But price-wise, it's like paying for guac at Chipotle, more than you expect. And the battery life waves a white flag before you're halfway through binge-watching a mini-series. Still, if customizing your tech is your kink, this is a lovable overachiever. 8 out of 10. Microsoft Surface Pro 2-in-1. This classy convertible feels so premium you'll want to carry it everywhere. But keep an eye on your budget, unless you're secretly a TikTok finance guru. The price tag is not for the casual shopper. It flexes AI smarts, brilliant battery life, and a screen that actually makes work feel less like punishment. But software hiccups and confusing upgrades mean not everything glitters like the magnesium chassis. For early adopters and Surface stands, it's a tech crush. For everyone else, wait until the hype cools down. 7 out of 10. Lenovo ThinkPad X1 Nano Gen 2. This thing is so light, you'll check twice that you're actually carrying it. But the carbon fiber lid feels more spy gadget than boardroom chic. It zips through your daily grind. And that vivid 2160 by 1350 display pops. But just wait until you realize 2 lonely USB-C ports means you'll be living the dongle life. Battery gets you through most of a workday, and you'll look classy doing it, but at a price that makes your wallet shed a tear. 8 out of 10. Huawei MateBook X13. The MateBook X13 struts in with style. Seriously, you'll want to show it off at every coffee shop, but it's so thin you might fear a sneeze could snap it in two. Performance is smooth for daily tasks, and that 3x2 touchscreen dazzles, but heavy workloads will find its fanless vibe means it gets pretty warm. Think toasty marshmallow, not lap cooler. Missing Thunderbolt and a battery that checks out early, it's best for light work and a little showboating. 6 out of 10. Microsoft Surface Laptop 13 2025. The Surface Laptop 13 is thinner than your patience after 3 Zoom calls, and the aluminum feels sturdy, with a screen that's plenty sharp and bright. Keyboard is pure typing bliss, battery life cruises through a day, and the web camera's great for Teams. But let's be honest, performance is lukewarm, which is perfect if spreadsheets are as wild as your Tuesday gets. It's great in a vacuum, but for power users, it's more of a surface-level crush. 7 out of 10. HP EliteBook 830G8. Slip this into your messenger bag, and suddenly you're the fanciest person on the commuter train. Sleek aluminum body, business class looks, and a keyboard that feels smoother than your Wi-Fi excuse at work. The screen gets so bright it could double as a portable tanning device, but that infamous privacy filter is like sunglasses for your laptop. Stylish, but makes everything look dim. Plus, battery life takes a hit faster than your motivation at 4 p.m. Still, it's a dependable, cool operator loaded with security features. Just don't bring it to a Netflix binge session unless you love hunting for that perfect angle. 7 out of 10. Acer Chromebook Spin 513. Open this Chromebook, and you'll be greeted by a gloriously tall screen. A 13.5-inch display that's so sharp and spacious, your spreadsheets start to look like works of art, even if your formulas are just as confusing as ever. It's lighter than your gym motivation, and is so quiet, you'll forget it's not just another paperweight. Battery life is equally heroic, and if you drop it mid-Zoom call, don't worry, this aluminum build keeps it sturdy. The catch? The processor's not winning any races, and the sound is as thin as your neighbor's excuses, but for school, work, and basic streaming, this thing is an overachiever in disguise. 8 out of 10. Asus ProArt PX13. This laptop is basically channeling its inner superhero. Blazing fast performance and an OLED screen that'll make your photos pop harder than your morning coffee. Packed into a slick, ultra-flexible 2-in-1 body, AI features are everywhere, which means you get a virtual cartoon mouse sidekick that's less annoying than Clippy, and more help for creative tasks than your group chat combined. Downsides? The battery's not immortal and the display's stuck at a humble 60 refreshes per second, but for creators and mobile artists, this tiny powerhouse punches way above its weight and looks good doing it. 9 out of 10. Lenovo Yoga Book 9i13IMU9. This laptop rolls in with not one, but two dazzling 13-inch OLED screens. So if you like multitasking or are just indecisive about what tab to open, this is your spirit animal. Sure, it might be chunkier than your old chemistry textbook and a bit heavy for a portable, but with its bright displays and snazzy teal finish, it is basically yelling, "Look at me!" Productivity through the roof, if you do not mind your coffee shop neighbors peeking over your double-decker screen fortress. But when it comes to video editing, it's like, yeah, try again tomorrow. 8 out of 10. Dell Latitude 7350. It is the James Bond gadget of laptops. So thin and light you might accidentally toss it with your old magazines. Yet it packs a crisp 13-inch touch display and battery life that actually sees you through a full workday. The price tag hits harder than a parking ticket in Manhattan, especially once you add the not-included keyboard and pen. But hey, business pros need their toys, right? Totally aces office tasks, streams meetings without breaking a sweat, but you might want to skip if your software demands more bite than bark. 7 out of 10. Dell Pro 13. This one is for folks who think business casual means not having food stains on their polo, thanks to its classy design and all-day battery that laughs in the face of your charger. Performance is zippy in regular office life, but the base model storage is a little blink and you'll miss it. And the screen, while shiny, is less colorful than your favorite spreadsheet. It delivers the perfect mix of style, comfort, and reliability for office warriors. But do not expect fireworks if you are a creative trying to color grade your indie movie. 8 out of 10. HP EliteBook A35 G11. This snazzy little laptop packs a Ryzen 7 punch, making multitasking feel smoother than butter. And its battery life marches on like the last person leaving the office after Friday beers. The screen is pretty decent, if not mind-blowing. But hey, no headaches from flickering, and you get lots of ports so you won't be stuck in dongle purgatory. If you need a solid, quietly impressive workhorse that won't make you look boring in meetings or coffee shops, this one's a keeper. 8 out of 10. HP EliteBook X360 120 G2. Who says corporate laptops can't be stylish? This EliteBook folds, flips, and looks smooth, landing a first-place finish in boardroom acrobatics with its dazzling display, though the battery drops faster than your will to finish another spreadsheet. The keyboard's superb, security is tighter than your manager's budget, but beware the touchpad. Sometimes it's got more freeze than your Friday night leftovers. Slick for business, fun to use, but that battery life means keep your charger close. 6 out of 10. HP Elite X360A30. HP's convertible star spins into action with a sturdy metal frame and a keyboard that makes typing long emails almost therapeutic, while security features guard your data as fiercely as your lunch in the office fridge. The battery lasts ages and the display is bright enough to show off your questionable taste in background wallpapers, but some screen quirks and new software wobbles keep it just shy of perfection. It's basically a Swiss Army laptop, clever and competent. Just don't expect miracles from the display. 7 out of 10. HP OmniBook 7 Aero. If laptops had a contest for most unfindable relic, this HP just sprinted away with first place. Like Bigfoot in running shoes. Not even my deepest internet rabbit holes could cough up a spec sheet, a price, or a dusty whisper of the OmniBook 7 Aero in recent lists for 2025. So unless it's hiding in your grandma's attic, consider it extinct for the modern shopper. If you're on the hunt for 13-inch magic, maybe stick to machines that actually exist. The OmniBook's more ghost than gadget. 1 out of 10.